Hello, it's Greg Berzinsky for Beardbrand Alliance. Charles Dickens wrote in A Tale of Two Cities, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was a season of light, it was a season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We had everything before us, and we had nothing before us." This pretty much sums up my life over the course of 2022. And you're saying, what are you talking about? We see your life on social media. We see that you get to go to fantastic places, that you wear amazing clothes, that you have a loving family. It's perfect, right? Social media, and like a lot of things, you put forward the highlight reel of your life. And that's my social media. It's the highlight reel of my life. And it's been a remarkable year. I've gotten to do some travel, highlight going down to Texas to see the folks at Beardbrand for the Alliance Conference, and going on a men's retreat put on by Beardbrand. I've also traveled to Knoxville and gone to New York and different cities, and I'm able to show this curated life. But it's not all aspects of my life. I've had, as I said, the best of times this year, and I've had the worst of times. For the past 2 months, I have been in probably the worst physical shape of my life. And what appears to be a person who is in remarkable shape for a guy my age doesn't preclude the fact that you might be living with pain. November 14th, remember it very clearly, I woke up. We were down in Knoxville visiting our friends in Glitterville, where I was playing Santa, which is a highlight of my year also, to being able to do those kind of photography sessions with kids and families. I love doing that. I woke up on a Monday morning getting ready to travel home to Philadelphia, and I had excruciating pain, level 8 or 9. And I've had pain before. I have broken my nose. I have had an appendicitis. I've had kidney stone pain. Those pains last for a day or two. And this has been level 8 or 9 on a scale of 1 to 10, and something that would go on for several weeks before really figuring out what it was. And it turns out that I have age-related degeneration of my discs in my neck between my C4, 5, 6, and 7. Each of the vertebrae of the bones has a pad, a cushion between that, basically a jelly donut. And over time, what can happen is the jelly donut gets a flat tire, and you are suddenly left with no cushion between the bones. And that's what happened to me. The root nerves that come out of the spinal cord that feed different areas of your body can get impinged. And what I have is an impingement of my C6 and C7 nerves. And that impingement has caused intense pain for the past couple of months. And I said, is this from the roller coaster? Is this what is this from? Is it from working out? What is this caused by? And he says, no, it's degenerative. And I said, degenerative? He said, yeah, you old. And so I'm like, okay. I'm thinking, why me? I have been fairly consistent with diet. I've been fairly consistent with sleep. I've been very consistent with exercise. I don't smoke. I hardly drink. I don't do drugs. I'm doing everything, right, to promote a healthy lifestyle. So why is this happening? And he said, a lot of it could be genetic. It's hereditary. Mid-January, I'll be going into the hospital and do a nice cut here and go in and jack up the vertebrae, give me some titanium plates, remove the discs, put in bone grafts. How do you deal with things that come up in life that aren't expected? This is something in my life that apparently I could not have controlled. And so how do you deal with things in your life that you can't control? I don't think of myself as a control freak. But this taught me that maybe that I want to control all aspects of my life. I'm worried about the fact that I'm having surgery in my spine that isn't without danger in terms of something going wrong with surgery. I'm thinking as I get closer, as I inch closer, it's just a little more than a week away. It's something that, once again, I can't control the outcome of the surgery. Yes, I've done due diligence. I've talked to 3 doctors plus my primary health care provider. So what can I do? And for me, the only thing I can do, and it doesn't work for some people, but I firmly rest in the sovereignty of God and the fact that God knows the beginning from the end. God knows what's best for me. My Christian faith has, if it's taught me anything, is to know that God has a better plan for my life, and that, my trust in Christ has always been fundamental in my life. And this is one of those things where I am giving up control as I'm a week out from surgery, knowing that God knows what's best. And I'm not going to question it anymore. What has also helped me is the relationship that I have with my wife and her support of me, and her care for me has been very, it's been helpful. We've had, one of the most remarkable things this year. We've celebrated 30 years of marriage with a remarkable anniversary party at a beautiful hotel with our closest friends. And once again, the highest highs. And she was there in the middle of that, and she is in this with me now. Same thing for my kids. Both my daughter and my son are there, and thankfully God brought them home. They're both home in Philadelphia for a season, and they're both here. And whether they're here to just help me to recover or for anything else, I'm thankful that they are with me. So that's how I'm getting through these things. I'm trusting in God that He knows what is best for me, and I'm thankful that I have my wife and my kids who can also just be there for support for me. It's something that I can never not be thankful for. A lot of people find comfort in meditation or in there's a number of things that people find comfort with. How do you find comfort? How do you find comfort or solace in things that you can't control? I'd be very curious to know and read what you have to say. And I'll keep you updated. You might not be seeing me on camera, or maybe I should just come on camera and be as transparent as possible with my neck cuff on for a few weeks in January and share really what's happening in my life as an update. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And until we meet again.
Hey, I'm Mark. I think that Beardbrand products and the Beardbrand mission, they've really helped me kind of wear my beard and present it to the world in a way that, honestly, for the first time in my life, kind of makes me feel kind of handsome. Sometimes. But anyway, thanks, guys.